The purpose of education for me is mostly sort of trying to identify myself in the world on a broader context.
I think education provides you with the tools and the foundation to become successful. But obviously, with ambition, with drive, you can also achieve things like that, no matter where you come from.
I think appropriate education is hugely important. I think some education can be really rote, and I think it can be formulaic, and I think it can be focused on certification rather than really equipping people with the kind of context and knowledge and skills that can be flexible and adaptable in the world.
If you extend freedom to people, then people would be able to exercise whatever potential they have. And education, of course, is an element of that. It's a tool, some people would argue, to achieve, whatever potential people have.
I was passionate and driven enough, by myself, to come at UCT, since it is the best university in Africa. So yeah, I was self-driven, and I got some motivation from my teachers, from pastors, from everywhere, people who are like role models in my township. Even though there were bad circumstances, but I never looked back. I was positive enough to follow my dreams and to be here at UCT. Seeing that UCT is a way that could pave me to further my education, to get a better future and to be successful in life.
Attaching education opportunities with race in a 19-year-old South Africa is a realistic term to sort of use, but we need to be very careful with the way we use it. I think we need to drift away from that notion, but we can't avoid it as well. So I think we need to come up with better measures of sort of equalizing the education gap between whites, blacks, coloreds, Indians.
I think it's the #1 game changer on who is likely to become successful and who's not likely to be, and who's likely to be less successful yet.
Yeah, I think it is. We all have a mind, and if you can improve your mind, then you can improve your life. So, yeah.
In a world where education is becoming more commodified and where employers are looking towards education more and more rather than ingenuity and entrepreneurship, I think it is the game changer, but I think that it's not the ultimate game changer.
With the education, you can get what you want. With the education, you can get to many doors. With the education, you can talk to people that education, you can't get to them. And when you see that you can achieve those dreams without education, that drives you, so that you drive so hard and then you work so hard in life so that you reach it dreams zakho. So angikwazi mina reach dreams zami because I like education. So that alone indenza ndizive uba I just can't let everything happen ngendlela eyenzeka. I have to do something. And luckily I've got the chance still.
As much as you're educated, there's a certain mixture of opportunities that do come your way, which, yeah, there's an element of chance in some space, but also with the economy not able to accommodate some people in some aspects of employment.
For the people who sit at home with qualifications who can't get employed, which I might be one of those people, you never know, because it's very common in the humanities. It's difficult, but then what I believe it's what you make out of your own degree. So it's your own agency, your own ability to actually stand up and say, I want to make something of my degree.
Okay, well, I think, so from the statistics I've seen, that's only about 5% of the graduates, which isn't actually as much as I think it's often made out to be.
Okay.
So that isn't to say it isn't a problem, but I think it is less of a problem than many people think. That's the first thing. The second thing is in terms of having a degree and not finding employment. I think it is a serious issue that the universities themselves should look into.
But if you really want to have a meaningful life, you need education. You need to read books. You need to have a philosophical understanding of the world and of yourself and your place in that world.